He walked into a team full of legends and somehow ended up being the coldest one on the pitch.
Here comes Cole Palmer, who decides to go himself and score.
While others chased headlines and fought for attention, Cole Palmer barely spoke a word. But when the ball landed at his feet, everything changed.
It might be turned in, and it is! Will that be the winner? Cole Palmer!
This is the story of a quiet kid from Manchester, rejected, doubted, and sold by one of the biggest clubs in the world, only to become the player who doesn't just handle pressure. He freezes it.
Palmer driving it, it's in! The 4-3! Palmer's perfect penalty!
Cole Palmer, time to smash it. Brilliant.
Oh my goodness me! Cole Palmer, what have you done now?
Cole Palmer didn't grow up with much. He was born in Wythenshawe, a place most people in Manchester try to avoid. It's an area that's seen it all: crime, poverty, broken homes. If you grow up there, life teaches you to keep your head down and your guard up. Cole was quiet, not the kind of kid who talks big or demands attention. He didn't need to. He had something better, a left foot that froze time. From the age of 5, he was obsessed, not just with football, but with being different. While other kids played FIFA or hung around the estate, Cole would be outside in the freezing rain, perfecting his first touch. No crowd, no coach, just him and the ball. His dad saw it early. He used to drive Cole to parks across Manchester just to find a decent pitch. Sometimes the lights didn't work. Sometimes it was just mud. Cole didn't care. At school, he barely spoke. Teachers thought he was shy, but it wasn't that. He just had one thing on his mind: football. He started playing for local teams, always with kids 2 to 3 years older. At first, no one took him seriously. He was skinny, pale, looked fragile. But give him a ball, and he'd ghost past defenders like they weren't even there. He didn't celebrate. He didn't talk trash. He just walked away like nothing happened. Coaches started calling him the Iceman. At 7, he was spotted by a city scout. They brought him in for a trial. Most kids would crack under that kind of pressure: bright lights, top facilities, older kids everywhere. But Cole, he played like he was at home. Calm, composed, clinical. The academy coaches didn't know what to make of him. He wasn't flashy like Foden. He wasn't loud like Sancho. He was something else. He was cold. By 8, he was officially a city player. For most kids, that would be the happy ending. But for Cole Palmer, it was just the beginning of a much harder fight. The fight to survive at Manchester City's academy. At just 8 years old, Cole Palmer had made it into Manchester City's academy, one of the most elite, most competitive youth systems in the world. But here's the truth nobody talks about. Getting in is the easy part. Staying in? That's where boys get broken. By age 13, Cole was already on the verge of being cut. The academy was filled with stars in the making, stronger, faster, louder. Cole didn't fit the mold. He was still scrawny, still silent, still playing with that same cold precision. And to some coaches, that wasn't enough. They said he lacked presence, that he didn't show intensity. Some even questioned if he had the personality to survive in top-level football. He was almost released, not because he lacked talent, but because he wasn't loud about it. But in the middle of all that doubt, one player noticed something different. Phil Foden. Foden was a few years older, already making waves in the first team. But he'd trained with Cole, and he saw what others missed: a quiet killer. A boy who didn't need to speak to dominate. Foden pulled Cole aside one day and told him, "Don't change for them. Just keep playing your way. Your time will come." That moment stuck, because in an environment where everyone was trying to be heard, Cole doubled down on being silent. And slowly, things began to shift. Coaches started noticing how, in small-sided games, Cole wouldn't just score, he'd control the rhythm. Slow it down, speed it up, drop a shoulder, cut inside, top corner. No emotions, no noise, Just ice. He rose through the age groups year after year. But even as others got attention, Cole stayed in the shadows. No media hype, no spotlight, just steady, unstoppable progress. And by the time he reached the under-23s, he wasn't the quiet kid getting overlooked anymore. He was the silent problem no one could solve. In 2020, Cole Palmer finally got the call every academy kid dreams about. He was training with Manchester City's first team. Pep Guardiola had noticed him, not because of viral clips or flashy moments, but because of how unbothered he looked under pressure. He never forced anything, never panicked. Pep once said, "Cole plays like he's got time. That's rare." Then came the debut. September 30th, 2020. Cole stepped onto the pitch in a Carabao Cup match against Burnley. He didn't score. He didn't assist. But he belonged. The game looked fast for everyone else, but not for him. Fans and analysts called him silky. His movement was smooth. His touch was clean. And yet, people weren't convinced. Behind closed doors, whispers began to spread in the dressing room. Is he too calm? Does he have a fire? He looks half asleep out there. Even within the staff, there were mixed opinions. Some saw a future starter. Others thought he lacked urgency, that he didn't show emotion, didn't fight for the badge. But every time Cole got a chance, he delivered. In the UEFA Youth League, goals. In the FA Cup, goals. In his Champions League debut, goal. And the most shocking part, he never celebrated. No knee slides. No chest pounding, just a slow jog back to midfield, face blank like it was just another training drill. To some, that looked like apathy. But those who knew him knew it was ice in his veins. Still, Pep kept him on the edge. One start here, one cameo there. Always impressive, but never trusted fully. City's squad was stacked. Mahrez, Bernardo, Grealish, Foden, all ahead of him. Cole had the talent. He had the vision. He had that rare calmness under pressure. But patience? That was starting to run out. Cole Palmer had spent over a decade wearing sky blue. He joined Manchester City at 8 years old. He'd trained in their system, led for their badge, waited his turn while others skipped the line. But no matter how many goals he scored, how calm he looked in pressure moments, or how many headlines he generated in the youth teams, one thing remained painfully clear. He wasn't in Pep's plans. And the truth is, he knew it. By 2023, Palmer had become the kind of player fans whispered about. Why doesn't he play more? Why does he only come on in the 89th minute? Is Pep saving him or slowly pushing him out? Then came the summer. Riyad Mahrez left the club. City needed someone to step up, and Palmer did, scoring a stunning curler against Arsenal in the Community Shield. Then, just days later, he netted a crucial equalizer in the UEFA Super Cup against Sevilla. 2 massive goals, 2 massive stages, and 2 moments where Cole Palmer looked inevitable. But after each game, it was the same old story. No long interview. No viral celebration. No I told you so moment. Just that same walk back to midfield. Expressionless. Focused. Cold. And behind that coldness, there was fire building. See, Cole wasn't asking for a guaranteed starting spot. He wasn't demanding praise. He just wanted clarity. He wanted to play real minutes in real matches consistently. And deep down, he realized something that most young players in his position are too afraid to admit. He'd never get that chance at City. Not with Bernardo still running the midfield. Not with Foden as Pep's favorite. Not with Doku incoming. Not with the weight of a team where even superstars can feel like benchwarmers. So, with the window closing and pressure mounting, Cole made a move that shocked the football world. He picked up the phone and said yes to Chelsea. £40 million, 7-year deal, a team in chaos, a squad overloaded, and somehow, he didn't hesitate for a second. The backlash was instant. City fans were furious. How could you leave? Pep believed in you. You're turning your back on your boyhood club. Others mocked the decision. You're joining Chelsea? That's where careers go to die. They don't even have a stable 11. You won't last a season. But Cole didn't respond. Not on Instagram. Not on Twitter. He'd put on a Chelsea kit and got to work. Insiders later revealed he had rejected multiple loan offers. Clubs in Spain, Germany, and mid-table Premier League sides wanted him on a temporary deal. But Palmer said no. He didn't want a loan. He wanted to own his next chapter. And while many assumed he'd need months to adjust, to find his rhythm, to fight for minutes in a crowded Chelsea squad, they were wrong. Dead wrong. Because Cole Palmer didn't come at Chelsea to grow. He came to take over. And what happened next? Even City didn't see it coming. When Cole Palmer arrived at Chelsea, nobody expected much. They saw him as a decent signing, maybe one for the future. After all, this was Chelsea, the graveyard of young talent. A team drowning in chaos, burning through managers, and buying players like it was Black Friday every week. But while the headlines focused on Nkunku, Mudryk, Sterling, and Jackson, Cole Palmer said nothing. And that silence? It was the most dangerous thing about him. He wasn't there to blend in. He was there to take over. From a moment he stepped on the pitch, the energy shifted. He didn't scream. He didn't wave his hands or point fingers. He just touched the ball, and the game slowed down. Opponents didn't know how to handle him. Was he a winger? A 10? A false 9? Didn't matter. He was everywhere and nowhere at once. And then came the penalties. Chelsea had veterans on the pitch. Sterling, Enzo, Gallagher. But when the whistle blew in the 90th minute, everyone stepped back. And Palmer stepped forward. Minute 95. Stamford Bridge shaking. Game tied. Pressure unbearable. Cole grabbed the ball. Didn't look at the keeper. Didn't smile. One breath. One ice-cold finish. Goal. He made it look like training. Then he did it again. And again. And again. Suddenly, a 21-year-old who just arrived from City was Chelsea's penalty taker. No debate. No hesitation. In a season filled with chaos, Cole Palmer became the calm. And the numbers? Ridiculous. Hat-trick versus Manchester United. For goals in one game. 20-plus goals in his debut season. Premier League Player of the Month. Joint Golden Boot winner. People started comparing him to Eden Hazard. Not for the flash, but for the impact. Every time Chelsea needed a savior, it was Palmer. Every time the lights got brighter, he got colder. Fans started calling him Iceman. Others just called it Colemania. And behind that rise was a machine. A player who trained longer than anyone else. Watched his own footage obsessively. Took notes on every defender he faced. Prepared for pressure like a soldier going to war. His own teammates started noticing. He doesn't talk much, one Chelsea player said. But when he does, you listen. And the media? They went from ignoring him to being obsessed with him. Palmer is Chelsea's best signing in years. The calmest player in England. Cole Palmer is him. But here's the wild part. Cole never reacted. No celebration posts. No long interviews. No look-at-me moments. Just game after game. Touch after touch. Goal after goal. Like pressure simply didn't exist.
As well for Jackson. Palmer's got it back! Oh my goodness me! Cole Palmer, what have you done now? 20th Chelsea goal of the season from the number 20.
To the outside world, Cole Palmer looks like he doesn't feel a thing. No shouting, no chest pounding, no flashy celebrations or fiery speeches. Just one expression, blank. Win or lose, he walks off the pitch the same way he walks on. Unbothered, ice cold. But what most people don't realize is this. That silence? It's not emptiness. It's calculation. Because behind the soft voice and quiet interviews, Cole Palmer is obsessed. Not in a casual, I like football kind of way. In a wake up thinking about it, go to sleep replaying it, dream about penalties at 3 kind of way. People inside Chelsea say he's one of the last to leave the training ground. Every single session, he stays back, refining his first touch, hitting the same pass 30, 40 times until it's automatic. After games, while most players scroll through social media, Cole watches the full 90 minutes back alone. He pauses the screen, takes mental notes, tracks his body shape, looks at his positioning frame by frame. He's not chasing highlights. He's chasing efficiency. And the scary part? He's been doing this since he was a teenager. At 16, he was already keeping notes in his phone, listing mistakes he made, rating his own performances, writing down which defenders gave him trouble. One former coach said, "Cole doesn't just want to be good. He wants to solve a game. He studies football like it's a puzzle only he can crack." Even his teammates started picking up on the routine. Before games, he doesn't hype himself up. He sits in silence, headphones on, same playlist, no eye contact. Then, right before kickoff, he'll look at the scoreboard. Not to check the time, but to remind himself, "I'm in control." There's also the penalties. People think he's just naturally calm. But Cole has studied every single Chelsea penalty in the last 10 years. He knows how every keeper reacts. He knows which foot they dive to when nervous. He knows which corners they favor when guessing. Every Palmer penalty looks the same. Slow walk-up, short run, ice-cold finish. But behind that motion is a formula built from years of analysis. And there's more. Cole doesn't drink, barely posts on socials, avoid parties, doesn't care about designer clothes or showing off. He says no to interviews unless absolutely necessary. Why? Because every second away from football feels like wasted time. He once told a teammate, "I don't want to be famous. I just want to be unstoppable." That mindset is what separates him. Most young players dream about making it. Cole Palmer? He dreams about owning it. Owning the moment. Owning the stadium. Owning the game. And when the lights are brightest. When 40,000 people are screaming. When the whistle blows and the pressure hits 100 tons. That's when he feels most alive. Or maybe it's just when he feels nothing at all.
Chipped it over him and made it 3. A first half hat-trick for Cole Palmer.
By the end of his first full season at Chelsea, Cole Palmer had already done what no one thought possible. Top scorer, fan favorite, clutch king, and most importantly, the face of a broken club starting to believe again. But while fans were celebrating his goals, his hat tricks, and his pressure-proof penalties, Cole was planning something else entirely. Because here's what people keep forgetting about Cole Palmer. He doesn't care about moments. He's playing for a legacy. See, for most breakout stars, the second season is where it all crumbles. More pressure, bigger expectations. Defenders start doubling you. Media starts watching every move. But Cole isn't like most stars. While everyone was talking about his goals, Cole was already planning what comes next. And it's not just Chelsea. It's England. It's Europe. It's everything. He wants the Euros. He wants a World Cup. He wants to be undeniable. Insiders close to the England camp say Cole has become obsessed with cracking in his Southgate's starting 11. He studies Saka, watches every Bellingham game, analyzes how Foden finds space. He isn't threatened by them. He respects them. But make no mistake, he wants to be better than all of them. He even changed his diet, his sleep routine, his strength training. Everything is optimized now, like a machine fine-tuned for legacy. And behind closed doors, a question has started floating around at Stamford Bridge. Is Cole Palmer the next captain of Chelsea? He doesn't scream. He doesn't pump fists. But the locker room listens when he speaks. Not because he's loud, because he's always right. Conor Gallagher might wear the armband now. But if he leaves in the summer, as many expect, Palmer is one of the names being quietly prepared for leadership. And that's not all. Rumors have started swirling. Whispers from Manchester, from inside the Etihad, from people who never quite got over losing him. Could Cole Palmer return to City one day? The kid who grew up in their academy. The one who walked away when no one believed in him. The one who went to Chelsea and turned coldness into dominance. There's talk, quiet talk, that City might want him back someday. But here's the twist. If Palmer ever returns to the Etihad, it won't be as a prospect. It'll be as a legend. Not the one who got away, but the one who left and built something too powerful to ignore. Because Cole isn't chasing the past. He's engineering the future. Not just for Chelsea, not just for England, but for the game itself. Cole Palmer never asked to be noticed. He never raised his voice, never pointed to the name on his back, never begged for headlines. In an era where everyone's trying to go viral, he became unforgettable by doing the exact opposite. He grew up in the shadow of Manchester, in a neighborhood where dreams don't survive unless you fight for them, quietly, relentlessly. He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the loudest, but he had something no one else had, a left foot that whispered and a mind that never flinched. When the academy almost gave up on him, he didn't argue. He worked. When Pep overlooked him, he didn't complain. He waited. When critics said he wasn't intense enough, passionate enough, Premier League enough, he stayed cold. And then, when the world least expected it, he flipped the script. He didn't leave City with fireworks or scandal. He walked out the front door, head down, heart focused, straight into the chaos of Chelsea. A broken team, a fractured squad, a fan base on the edge. And within months, he wasn't just a starter. He was the leader, not the kind who screams orders, but the kind who makes 40,000 people hold their breath before every touch. He started wearing pressure like armor. Penalties in the 97th? Easy. Goals against United? Routine. Carrying a billion-pound club at 21? Just another day. But what makes him terrifying isn't just the talent. It's the stillness. The way he stares down pressure like it doesn't exist. The way he walks off the pitch after scoring 4 goals with the same face he had during warm-ups. No celebration. No noise. Just quiet domination. Because Cole Palmer isn't chasing hype. He's chasing permanence. He's not here to trend. He's here to build a legacy so sharp, so focused, so cold, that it cuts through time. He's studying the greats. He's planning every move. And he's already dreaming beyond Chelsea, beyond England, beyond this moment. And maybe, just maybe, one day, he'll walk back into the Etihad, not as the kid they let go, but as the man they never should have doubted. Not for revenge, not for validation, but to remind them, this is what silence can become when you don't listen to the noise. So next time you see him take the ball in stoppage time, and everyone's heart is pounding but his, remember this. He's not nervous. He's not shaken. He's not even sweating. Because Cole Palmer doesn't feel pressure. He freezes it.